There we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I'm your host today. Trent is out of town. Hey, John316, I see you. Smash the like, hit the subscribe bell. Man, crypto is stressed. LOL, thumbs up. That's what we're talking about. My mic is way over here. I didn't even notice that, guys, where my mic was at. I started the show 3 minutes early. We ended up on time. I don't know how that happened, but you know, it always happens that way. I'm just so excited today, guys. We have the weekly close. Charts are crushing it. We are crushing it. And not just that, we're going to talk about what we were talking about yesterday. So it's going to lead into a lot of like what's going to be a forecast for this, week. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, a wonderful 4th. Happy Independence Day, 249 for, the country. But please, guys, smash the golden like button, like John said. Not down though, but up, because that's what we like it in the Brew Crew. I'm just kidding. I'm just a kidder. Hit the subscribe bell. We got 4 good rings out of that today, guys. Be proud that we got 4 good rings. Usually, you only get 1. We have to ask as YouTube. Okay, it's not because we want to ask. It's because YouTube literally makes you have to ask to grow. I'm putting some music on. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Get it going, get it going, get it going. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, so today, for my brew of choice, I went to the store because I told you yesterday I was out. I brought in Imperial Squatch Juicy IPA. I've never actually tried it before. It's the first time. It's around 9%. It says 45 IBUs, 9%, 12-ounce can. NoliBrewhouse.com. Brewed and canned by Noli Brewhouse in Spokane, Washington. Born and raised in Spokane, brewed with the history of hops and hearts. And that's just all it says, guys. Check them out. They're should be a really good beer. Yeah, Juicy IPA. Guys, let's check out the ASMR pop. I'm too often saying that it's a good beer, but I haven't tried these guys before. It does smell juicy. It does come up that fruit hops. Ooh, look at that color. You guys can't see it. I'm trying to get that color. Look at that. It's like a brown, I don't know, golden, like almost like a brown pineapple. You know, Trent always says 2 fingers of foam. Currently, we're at like 6 fingers. So we're just gonna give it a second to let it breathe a little bit. But man, it tastes good. I mean, it smells good. Boom. Yeah, that's my favorite. We're gonna give it like a couple minutes while we get going. Serpent juice, LOL. It is not, John. It is not. The first miracle Jesus did is turn water into wine. That we know of on record. Okay, for a fact, we know his mom was like, hey, you know, you could fix this. Go fix this. And he went out and then fixed the water for wine. So we know he listened to his mom, and we know that it wasn't probably the first miracle he ever did. Facts. Bears eat beaks. Battlestar Galactica. And Abraham liked wine. I mean, that's okay. So did Noah. So Noah probably overdid it a few times. Okay, we'll add the screen. Share screen. We want to add. Should we add the charts first, or we should go to bubbles? Charts or bubbles? I'm gonna jump into the bubbles. All right, Hexagons up 20%. Let's go. Bonk, we literally told you guys on that freaking, where was that at? A week ago? We said this earlier this week that Bonk was pumping. It didn't show signs of stopping. Here we are again, up another 15% today. Let's go freaking Bonkians. I don't even know what story is. I read it a couple of times. I have no idea. I can't remember. Floki, Binance, they moved from Ethereum to Binance chain. They've been pumping hard month. We might have to check out Floki, guys. Floki might be waking up. Are we entering in meme season? Zebek crash. Glad I never bought. Did it really, John? We're going to have to take a look at that. We called it. Yeah, I remember you asked, and I was like, dude, my opinion is stay away. While we wait for it to crash. Or I wouldn't say crash, but let's say a good reset. You know, good, healthy, like organic reset. But there we go in the top 100. I don't think I missed any articles today. I haven't actually been in here yet. So we're just kind of jumping in. Oh, I'm about to share screen. Share tab. I'm just jumping in here. It's the first time I've taken a peek. We're gonna have to look at Zebek, guys. We're gonna have to look at Zebek. 10 offers a 10-year UAE Golden Visa for 100K staked Ton coin. The Open Network Ton blockchain's platform spun out of Telegram has unveiled a new pathway to the UAE residency, offering a 10-year Golden Visa to applicants who stake $100,000 worth of Ton for 3 years and pay a one-time $35,000 processing fee. Secure your Golden Visa in under 7 weeks from documented submission to the visa office. Ton announced Saturday, detailing that its UAE-based partners will manage the visa processing residency status confirmation. That's actually a really good deal, I feel like, because most of the time it's a lot more complicated than that. So 35 grand doesn't seem too terrible. Applicants retain control of their assets during the staking period through the decentralized smart contract verified on the Ton blockchain. Furthermore, the program promises estimated annual yields of 3 to 4% on staked assets. Well, there you go, guys. I mean, that help pays for the $35,000. Adding an incentive for the crypto investors, the Golden Visa extends coverage to immediate family members, including spouses, children, and parents. No additional costs beyond standard government fee. However, former Binance CEO Cheng Zhao questioned the program's legitimacy, pointing out the lack of official government announcements. It would be awesome if it was true, but I got conflicting info so far, CZ said, adding that there is no official government website that updates with the Golden Visa offer. Well, that's kind of a bit scary. You know, I feel like CZ is a pretty big guy, and he's saying that it may or may not be true. That's not great. 8.6 billion Bitcoin whale transfers. Okay, before we go into another article, guys, we're going to jump over to the charts. Where are my charts at? Actually, you know what? We could jump into liquidations. This might be a better idea. How much time we got left till we close? We got 9 minutes. Okay, yeah, we could jump over liquidations. So we'll check out Bartle 1, 2, and 3. We have some liquidation shorts at 107,600. We were at 107,300. So they actually, people either closed out or whatnot. To profits, we have a bunch at 109, pretty much 110. We're just gonna say 110. That's pretty much 110 era. Really close, and we are looking like we might want to go after them. Go get them, boys. So we got 110 and some at, what did I say? 107, 700. Not very much down here, to say the least. The sweet spot is right there, guys. We're gonna smack that sweet spot. That's just how it is in crypto. We always go after them sweet spots. Yeah, 107. I'm at 107-ish area. All right, there you guys go. 107 to 110. What we got going on the charts? We got 8 minutes till we close. 7 minutes actually. Clock's off on the computer. It says down on my bottom right. You guys can't see my clock. It's 1 minute off. Freaking-tastic. All right, guys. The 1 hour, we still having some momentum going. The VWAP's kind of coming down a little bit, but that was some strong push. Sure, right there. The 4 hour, we're having more upwards power coming in right now. The VWAP kind of plateaued, but the blue oscillator momentum waves are looking great. Okay, fantastic news. Not even sure what caused the true pump, to be honest with you. But we talked about this a lot, guys, yesterday. It's one of the reasons why I use the thumbnail to the channel. Also, before we go into it, my 4 fingers, I don't know if you guys can tell with the foam, they're gone. So we're going to add the last little bit of the glass. I was watching Ozzy's Osbourne before we were coming in. His last performance, got the song stuck in my head. Oh, that was an accident. Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. All right, so Bitcoin, we have a 15 on DBSI, which we were at a 4 before, so we're gaining strength. Oh, and the Trentonado just messaged me. He says he wants to pop in and say hi, so give me a second. He just messaged me. I don't even know if you heard my ping on my phone. It was like, ding! And I was like, yes, hello. And it was like, Trentonado here. Please send me a link to the Discord so I can jump in. If you guys ever want to jump on with us, come on, man. Send me your email. We'll hit you up. Just post in the chat. No, it's all good. It's all good. I just sent chat it. No. What we got going on? Okay, if you guys remember yesterday's stream, we talked about these red dots right here. And I said it almost looks like a double top, and it was coming down. We were looking right down here, and I said, interesting. Are we going to get a rounded bottom? We later watched it on the live stream, just happened to be when we streamed that day. And now we have a green dot with the VWAP just opening up and the money flow coming in. That is bullish, guys. That is bullish. Last time we had this happen, I believe we had an all-time high right over here. And we ran up. Boom, we smacked the all-time high, came back down. Is it happening again? Are we going to get another all-time high in this week? The daily was like, let's see. Right there, the last couple of days, it was like, it wasn't sure what it wanted to do or not. Oh my gosh. Just LOL. Noah who? Noah who, John? Who's Noah? Z-Bet crashed. I'm glad I never bought. I'm glad you never bought too. I need an all season too. I need an all season. Oh, I have to leave Canada and move to USA South though. Hey, dude, I don't blame you. You'll never eat soggy South. Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at Texas area too. I hope that's where you're talking about. I also really like Montana. I really like Tennessee. Tennessee is the most, well, Tennessee is pretty similar to Washington. I don't know, and I think Washington's pretty similar to most of Canada. Well, all trees, all nice weather, all year round. I like Tennessee, but I might do the Texas thing too. We'll see. We'll see. Shall see. All right, what we got? 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Should I text Trent to come on in when we watch the daily close? I might do that real fast. 3 minutes until weekly close. All right, text him just so everybody knows. Okay. I just need safe and send. Dude, I feel it, man. I feel it. Text Trent. I did text him. I was quick, man. I was quick. Had that guy practically on speed dial. On the 3-day, we just had that close, right? The 3-day still shows some sort of momentum to the upside. We had a little bit of where it kind of stalled. Kind of getting a little bit of a rounded boob look vibe to it, but it's okay. 5-day was still looking good. 8-day was still looking good, and I believe we're going to close green, guys. We're at 10. So we use hiking a she, right? The weekly, we're at 108,330, and current price is 109,240. So we're almost $1,000 from where we're at. So unless something catastrophic happens the next 2 minutes, dude, we're gonna be drinking this pint and we're gonna be cheersing. They come in pints. Frodo, didn't you know that? Guys, come on, man. I'm feeling good. Hopefully this green dot plays out. I didn't really like how close we are in the momentum. Like, it hasn't really started the wave yet. We gotta still start the wave yet. All right, thank you, Mastor, from lacking our stream over there on X. I got you. I see you over there, buddy. Kicking ass and taking names. That's what we do. All right, 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Should we jump over to Ethereum before we try to get a quick peek on the weekly? Weekly, we have a good green dot in Ethereum. 25. We got close to 25.21. We're $50 above where we need to be, which we know we're going to get a green candle, which is going to confirm this green dot. That is be huge, guys. I cannot wait. It'll be super exciting to have all season finally, hopefully come. Hopefully. I feel like we've been waiting for ever and ever. All right, I'm jumping back over Bitcoin. I'm just so excited, guys. I'm just so excited. I just can't hide it all night long. We just can't hide it all night long. A little bit of bearishness just on the 30-minute. I'm not too worried about that. The 1 hour is still bullish. That's probably just a fake out down the 30-minute. Oh, so cool. The 3 hours uber bullish. Look at the momentum wave on the 3 hour. Holy freaking smokes, guys. Jump over the weekly. Okay, 50 seconds left. Oh my gosh. We got Bonk. You guys know that we talked about Bonk. What is it like? Was it last week? I think it was like 10 days ago. I think it was like the week before that. And Bonk pumped really hard. And I was like, looking at it, I was like, guys, we have to check this out on the charts. And I was like, dude, I don't think Bonk's going to slow down. I think it's going to keep going. Look at that, man. Bonk's been such a solid play. We're going to have to take a peek again at Bonk right here, right now. Right here, right now. All right, we got, oh, it's closed. We made it. Freaking 20 seconds. 20 seconds left. Okay. We wait for the timer right here in the right-hand corner. We got 20 seconds. And we're going to have cheers. That's good beer. It's kind of like sweet caramely. Tastes a little bit like pineapple, citrus. And I'll taste some mango. Strong mango. 3, 2, 1, go! Woo! Watch the blue oscillator waves, guys. That's the important part. Boom! Did you guys see the blue oscillator waves come in? We were right here on the green dot. Boom, chunked in. Now, what do we got going on for us right off the candy comb bat right now? Okay. You know what we do got? He's looking at it. This is looking like it's a new channel, guys. I think this is a new channel or continuation of this channel. This is looking good. Oh my gosh. You know, they had us for a little bit, man. I was a little worried right there for a quick second. I mean, tell me you guys weren't a little worried last week when we had these nasty scam wicks down to freak us all out. XRP to $1. No way, Bulldog. God, you're just messing with me. Don't troll me like that. Hell no. If it broke down, okay, yeah, maybe, but it's not breaking down. I refuse to think so. And first off, I want to be $1 right away. You know, we have to go by statistics. I mean, you might win that, but you have to win like a 10% chance, then a 20% chance, then a 30% chance, then a 15%. And be like, I knew it. No. We have a good shot on the green. DBSI is projecting next candle will be a green candle. And we looked at the liquidations, guys. There's a lot of liquidations at that 110 level. It is looking spooky. Oh, my gosh. This is the guy, the myth, the legend, in there with the hat, showing how to work. Guys, give this guy a round of applause for setting up the stream today. He did it from his phone backwards at church in the back of the pews and the nosebleeds. This guy is a beast of machine who helps put the show together every day. Actually, I take it back. He is pretty much the show. I'm not even going to lie. I couldn't do without this guy. Welcome in, Trent. He's frozen.
How's the candle looking? Hey, you know, I had to come over to my grandmother.
He had to come over to his grandma's mother to take care of her on just an
years old, and you're like,
you're frozen, Trent. You're jumping around.
It's trying to connect to city Wi-Fi.
Hi, Molly. Welcome in on the stream, Molly. Hey, Molly, can we see Molly?
if Molly wants you to see Molly.
Molly, can we see you? The stream,
yeah.
The chat wants it.
You can take it.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? There's Molly. Trent's better partner. That's right. Molly is in the house. Let's go.
I was just saying, sometimes you get to 90 years old and you're like with it, and other times you get to 90 years old and
not with it.
Yeah. And you're senile.
Hey, it sounds like your grandmother is very healthy for a 90-year-old. Most of my family don't make it that long. Besides my great uncle Shorty, he made it to 100.
Oh wow! Hey, good for him.
Uncle Shorty. Yeah, he wasn't very tall. But to answer your question, Trent, the candle, the weekly close, is solid. I don't know if you noticed that we had a Bitcoin pump to 109. We closed on Hike and a She at 200. It was beautiful. The DBSI is a 15, saying that the bulls are in control. We should get another green candle. Next, it confirmed the green dot. Momentum wave ticked up just slightly. We're at the light blue to 47 to 45 to the dark blue. The money flow jumped up there a good amount. It went from I can't even tell where it's at, but it's going up. How is that? The VWAP, it's not super strong to the upside, but the VWAP is a little bit been flip-flopping, trading sideways.
I was seeing just like, you know, coin market cap price alerts on my phone. I didn't get the chance to open up the charts, but I'm willing to guess. Let's test my skills here. I'm willing to guess without looking at the candles that, which this is an easy guess, okay? This is low-hanging fruit. But I'm willing to guess that this was the highest weekly close in Bitcoin's history. If not, it's very close to it.
Yes, it is. And the highest was actually last week, and we beat the weekly close by almost $1,000. $1,000.
Yeah.
Shut.
Hey.
And it's a higher high. So that's even better. That it just shows you we're looking good. And you know, 2 weeks ago we actually had a doji candle for a sign of a trend reversal. We had like a couple, like it was like red, green, red, but we were all tilting down. So the trend reversal is pointing us the up direction, which is a solid, fantastic freaking number. I am stoked, Trent. Not just that, But you know what we also just had too is we also had the 2-week close, which is fantastic news because the 2-week close is also saying we should get a green candle next, and it's a strong signal to the upside. And the momentum wave clearly shows on the 2-week that had no signs of going down, and the VWAP is reflecting off the bottom. It's just bouncing off it and never crossed the zero line, Trent.
Nice. Hey, John 316. I bet you know, because you drive truck and whatnot. Like, I bet you hate all the bugs on your windshield, huh?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of them bugs. Man, we destroy bugs, Trent. Destroy them. You have a very interesting momentum wave, and I say that because I've looked at a lot of the blue momentum waves, and this is I've never seen one actually. I can say this in confidence. I've never seen one look as it does right now. Hey, John 16, just a quick question: Are you a 52, or are you shorter? When you're on the road. So on the blue momentum wave, Trent, we had a strong signal to the upside about a week ago, and it didn't really perform how it should have. And I think my guess is there was some short. How short? We had a little bit of down. It almost flipped bearish from like a super bullish with the blue momentum waves, but then it kind of, and that's like doing this weird expanding thing, going up in the light blue momentum waves. So that's really solid. You know, I'm really interested. And guys, we told you yesterday on the show. I think I didn't look at the thumbnail, but yeah, I did look at the thumbnail. Guys, what the heck are we looking at? We literally told you guys yesterday. Trent probably can vouch for me. If not, he could go through the back in history and vouch for me. I literally said when we got the 12-hour close yesterday, I was like, that's weird. We were very bearish, and I was like, I'm going to stay very bearish until I see this close. And when we got the close, it literally bounced off it and became almost a rounded bottom. Yeah. I was like, well, that's really interesting. And Trent might remember that. And now 12 hours from me saying that, we get this fantastic green dot from the 12 hours from me saying that. And here we are 12 hours later when we did the show yesterday, and that green dot confirmed, and we had this upwards action movement. The light blue is looking so strong. It's such a strong signal saying continuation. And if you follow this trend line we just drew, we're peaking up above it, and we're going to smash through it. And guys, it's a new all-time high. It's a new all-time high, almost guaranteed.
Dude, I have to say, like, since we've been doing the show, like, we could go back in time and look at some of our original videos, and I think that your TA has gotten so much better in these last few months. Mine too. But, you know, it's just, it comes with the territory of, like, like we do this for you guys, but we do it for us too. I mean, we're trying to build a business, right? But like, we also like just disciplining ourselves to be in front of the charts every day. Like, we're growing, and
And yes, I think I was telling Trent this yesterday. Our channel is a testimony to God, because me and Trent meeting was such a small coincidence of it ever happening, and then the fact that we just trust each other off the bat like that, guys, the consistency. Because Trent's like, hey, you want to do a YouTube channel? I'm like, sure, that sounds good. I like this. I mean, it wasn't like there was planning that really went into it. It was just like we just met and we just vibed really good. I mean, all they did is laugh at my jokes about saying how I was a truck driver for about 3 days, and then he was like, hey, you want to work with me? Okay, I can do this. But no, guys, it's a fantastic relationship, and it's just been nothing but growth, and I have nothing negative to probably ever to say about these two wonderful people that God's placed in my life, and I've enjoyed every minute working with them. They're great partners and greatest thing. Calvin said, highest weekly candle close with BTC, alts blowing up. Damn, it feels good. That's how I'm saying. Success is for you guys. The success is for, correction, John. Success is for anybody that applies themselves and just trust God and take that leap forward and just go for it, man. Like, I'm sure, John, that you're very successful at what you do as a truck driver, as I'm going to say a father, as probably a grandpa. I have no idea your age, but I just have that feeling that I get that vibe. For the fact that you're here right now watching us and how small we are and how strong of content we're putting out, it is impacting people. And the fact that you're a go-getter and you're outperforming everybody else around you, good for you, man.
Heck yeah.
What were we saying, Trent? I had to change subjects real fast before you try to one-up me on the who's better. But no, so the weekly candle, the 12-hour, Bitcoin's a solid green momentum to the upside. The world technically. So guys, that's so funny. The stochastic is saying we're low and we're oversold. Guys, we're at 109,000. How the F are we oversold? You tell me that we're not going higher. And Trent, before you got on, we talked about the big liquidation is at 110. If we hit 110, we're squeezing those sons of guns. We think we're going to go down, and we will be going up. Strength is the purple line. Strength is solid. Look, the VWAP is going up. The 4-hour, the momentum is carrying us, it's pushing us, it's shoving us, is looking great.
Monkey.
Oh, look at that beautiful can, Trent. Absolutely gorgeous. Whoa. I heard myself. I never thought I'd hear somebody just as handsome as me on the speaker on the other end. You gonna pop it, Trent?
I am. I'm gonna see if I can make quick work of plugging up to my computer real quick.
Hey, John, would you like us to create a Discord and start developing a community through Discord channels? Does that interest you? If you're still here, I don't know if you're here or not. What is happening on my computer right now?
How many people we got watching right now? Out of curiosity,
we have 21.
Oh, okay.
15 on X, one on Twitch, and 5 on YouTube. And we grew another follower on Kick too. So thank you guys for out there following us on Kick and Rumble. We really appreciate all of the support that we get from all areas of promotion. You guys help build us as a community. We're here for you just like you're here for us. Now, yes, I think John said Discord is a good thing to explore. Do you have a Discord? Curiosity, John? We will definitely build one. I will develop one just for you. I'll have Trent do it for you.
I hate Discord.
We're going to have to learn, man.
I know.
Have to learn. We're at 64 on the 1 hour. I do believe on the 1 hour we will probably get a fake out, and then we'll probably continue going. But the 30-minute, actually, maybe not. The 30-minute hasn't really flipped bearish. It's kind of in a fake out itself. I think we'll decide if it's gonna be a fake out. We have 17 minutes to decide if it's going to fake out or not. Now, if we continue where we're at, I mean, even if you are a little bit up, I think that was the fake out, and we'll continue up on the 1 hour. I would definitely lean bullish for the. I think we're going to have another green day tomorrow. That's where I'm leaning towards. And we're going to jump over the dominance, and we're going to head to Ethereum, Trent. The dominance, Trent, I don't know if you knew this because I didn't know it, but we just confirmed a green dot to the downside on the Bitcoin dominance with the VWAP. Oh, Trent's gone. Well, I'm gonna act like I'm still talking to two, anyways. We do have a red dot trigger wave. We have a red dot trigger wave to the downside with the money flow coming down out of Bitcoin, probably going into alts. Oh, here he is. You're back. I'm gonna add you to stage, Trent. So, Trent. I'm going to repeat again. 3rd time's the charm, guys, because I didn't notice he disappeared the first time. The 2nd time I talked to myself, and the 3rd time he's here. We have an anchor trigger wave to the downside in Bitcoin dominance. If you notice, the money flow trend has been coming out of the dominance slowly. VWAP is opening up, and you might even make the point of saying this is a double top with bearish divergence on the dominance. All right. What is going on over here? Why is this stretching out? That's too far. It's too far. I got to shrink this up. Why is this too long? I actually wouldn't go as far as to say that's bearish divergence, but I would say that we do have an anchor trigger wave, green wave shrinking, VWAP coming down, strength coming down, Stokes are high, and they have been coming down on the daily, the 2-day. We've been coming down. The money flow is so thick still. It's hard. I'm looking, I'm reading. Momentum wave coming down. Money flow is so thick, though. It doesn't give me signs of the money flow really coming down yet, but the VWAP is below the zero line. We do have a doji candle flow trend reversal, so keep an eye on that for the dominance to go back up. We do have an anchored trigger wave to the downside. We do have some slight bearish divergence. I don't know if it's heavy enough to say it's a full reset. All right, have a blessed night. My truck broke down on my trip, just waiting for a swap out to come out and get them for ETA. Absolute, dude, John, I feel it, dude. I'm so sorry that broken down trucks suck, but I broke down last Tuesday or Wednesday, Trent. Was it Wednesday or Monday? Might have been Monday.
Yeah.
I broke down for 2.5 hours, and it sucks. So I feel it. You have a great night. We don't have to. Where are the thing? I take it back. The dog's hiding. We do have a little bit of bearish divergence on the 3-day Bitcoin dominance. We do got bearish divergence on the 5-day. We have a red dot now on the 5-day. Had to confirm the VWAP is breaking just below the line. I think the biggest signal of anything happening, Trent, is that we have one, that's how high we are on the dominance, but secondly, we have a red dot on the dominance, which I think is pretty big.
Yeah.
And, you know, I would say we're pretty close to having bearish divergence also on the dominance. The monthly, we also have red dot. There's a lot of red dots, a lot of different time frames. So the green wave's been growing. VWAP is coming down. We do have a red dot. Come on, altcoin season. We just wanted to have altcoin season, guys. It was just so close. We jump over to Ethereum. We have our anchor trigger wave going on, which is a phenomenal thing to see. And can I be allowed to cut through waves? Because I would love to cut through these waves right here and just say that we're looking good. I should take it back. Never mind. Scratch that. Reverse it. We can't cut through. It just doesn't look. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But the weekly, we do have a green dot, blue oscillator wave.
Now, I will say, hold on. If you go back to that, if you can make a pattern out of that, draw your first line again.
Drawing my first line cutting through or going over?
Yeah, cut through. That's fine. Now, if there's a clear pattern here, like if you can draw a symmetrical triangle, yeah. Granted, you could draw that triangle without cutting through the lines.
Mm-hmm.
If you move the first one up. Yeah. That's fine. Sometimes the thing is, you can have a pattern where, price breaks out of the pattern and then re-enters the pattern. And that's fine too. And you treat it as if the price just never left the pattern. That's what you have to do if it re-enters the pattern. So symmetrical triangles are notorious for that.
Dang those triangles. Why can't we have squares? Everything's always flat and rounded.
I mean, if you think about it,
square.
What if you think about it, a rectangle is really just a channel. That's
true.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Though. I don't like that. We're not going rectangles. We're on squares. But I think we're about to pump though. I mean, on ETH, dude, it's looking so good. You can't say we're not looking good. We bounced off the bottom. We closed back in the channel. We get a green dot, or not green dot, but a green candle, more green candles. Now we have an anchor trigger wave going on. Market cipher right here on the dots. And we got the VWAP coming up. Green's kind of came down a little bit. It's not super bullish, but the strength's coming up. The stochastics are a little high, but they're also angling up, so some possible continuation on the monthly. The weekly, we have Trent. Is this hidden bullish divergence? Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. So we kind of have like this. So it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, right? So first off, but it almost looks like swing up, swing down, or Yeah, I might even stretch this farther back, actually, Trent.
Hidden bullish divergence is a swing up on price, though, with a swing down on our side, and you would be drawing it from the top of the oscillator.
So what about this then? Maybe I could be wrong, and this is just back testing right now, so it's nothing like crazy. Oh no, that wouldn't be it either.
No.
But if this wave was deeper, that would be right. If the wave was deeper to make. Well, that's just regular bullish. I'll take it back.
A informative channel wants to see XRP. By the way, if this is your first time,
I love XRP.
You know, it's a hard grind on YouTube, and if you subscribe to the channel, it would touch T Square right in his heart, and you would be joining the most hydrated community on YouTube.
That's right.
Speaking of that, I'm going to find my glass real quick.
So what we got going on for XRP, thank you for joining this informative channel. I appreciate everybody showing up. We do have an anchor trigger wave going on right now. We confirmed this last week. So we got trigger wave, anchor wave, trigger wave, green dot, momentum going to the upside. VWAP still coming up on the weekly to the upside. DBSI on market site was predicting a 16 to close higher where we're currently at. We use high kind of sheet candles. I don't know if you're familiar with those. Regular candles were at 226.69. Regular high kind of sheet candles were at 26.93. That was slightly different. And not just that, but 21, it's a little flat. 50's going up. VWAP's coming up. Strength's coming up. Stokes a little high, but it says not to worry. We're still angling up. That's how I see it on the weekly. The monthly, we have a red dot. Blue momentum is coming down, and we got technically the VWAP below, which would generally indicate another candle in this area. Now, if I had to guess, I bet you we'll probably close a monthly candle. I'm feeling like the altcoin season's coming, so I'm not saying this is what TA is saying. This is what I believe. We'll probably get a candle at like 235. So we might be like 1 month away from like a real momentum. And I'm saying that because you see this red wave angling down. We had something very similar happen with Bitcoin on the 12-hour. So on the 12-hour, we have like a red dot angling down. And literally within 1 day, we came down curved bottom, got a green dot 12 hours ago, and then confirmed the green dot within the same day. So, which is a good sign. I'm thinking that on the monthly, that was where we might see the XRP, where we're kind of right here right now on XRP, and then the next month we'll come right here. We get the round bottom, boom, then we shoot up. Going back over to XRP, the 12-hour says we still have momentum to the upside. We just formed a golden cross day before yesterday. The VWAP is trading sideways, which I haven't seen before. It hasn't necessarily been a super negative thing. We definitely wanted above the zero line, and we still are above the zero line, but it is angled down at 6. The 4-hour is coming down slightly. We might make like a trampoline bottom right here where we kind of slowly slope down, and we can use this as a springboard to keep going. Minus the second springboard right here where we actually faded down. I think we're having more bullish momentum coming out this week in news or whatever you want to say. That's not saying that we're going to get a second trampoline spring, but I definitely think we're curving down to a possible second one right now. Christian, I'm talking to my son. So I was talking to my son, making a play, I don't know, for Raymond too, if you guys remember that from the original Xbox. I'm like, he's 6. I'm like, you got to practice those hard levels, son. That's what makes a man.
So guys, what trade am I looking to enter right now? That's what I want to know.
Well, Trent, on that note, I would really love to lead into checking out Floki, Hex, and Bonk, because Bonk really shot off last week, and we were talking about that continuation. Now today, Floki and Hex are jumping off. I really would love to look into a longer time frame.
Before we do, have you showed the BidFi link today?
No, but I would like to finish the XRP though for informative. We do have more bullish on the daily to the upside. The red wave's been shrinking. The VWAP's going up. Trigger wave coming in, which is great. And if you really follow this VWAP, you can see we're trending down. We just bonked below the zero line, and now we're coming back up, which is a good sign. and the DBSI is projecting another wave, and we have a rounded bottom on the 21. We're coming back up to the 200, which is extreme bullishness if we can break above the 200 on the daily. And now on the 2-day, we're still having momentum to the upside. The upside came down, but the red wave's been shrinking. The strength's coming up, but with the stochastics on low, and we're technically oversold. So let's go on the 2-day. The 3-day, we had the green dot, which we talked about the 3-day, and we've been momentum waving up to the upside. The VWAP is slightly coming down, but we're still above the zero line, which is great. We're technically just hitting oversold, and look at that strength. The strength is going almost straight freaking up. Okay, that is such a beautiful thing to see. We want to smack that straight line. It is great. We have a red green dot coming in, anchor trigger wave coming up for XRP, plus we have this flag pattern. Now are we about to break out this flag pattern? There's a strong possibility we might. The VWAP is coming up, the strength's coming in, strength's going up, money flow coming in is what I mean. Woo-wee! We have an anchor trigger wave also on the 8-day and the weekly. This is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go over to the Bitfire link. I'm going to read this if you want to read it, this text.
Informative channel, ADA, XRP, ETH, etc. I think over the next month, we'll see a decline in Bitcoin dominance equals altcoin season. We'll see. That's right where I'm at, Calvin. I think that the next month is absolutely huge. By the way, now I'm going to make this the title and thumbnail for tomorrow's video because Mondays are bigger nights for us. But everyone did see that Congress named the week of July 14th as Crypto Week, right?
I did see that, yes.
Yeah, I mean, man, like that's incredible. Imagine hearing that 4 years ago. And they're naming it Crypto Week because there's 3 bills that they're expecting to pass.
The ETFs, the Clarity Act, and
exactly
another ETF. Let's go.
Well, the bills, the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, and a market structure bill, I believe. And man, like the fact that the Congress, it's the House really, but the fact that the House of Representatives of the United States of America is saying we're naming the week of July 14th as Crypto Week because it symbols our dedication to making America the crypto capital of the world.
Great again.
That sounds like a Trump. That sounds like a Trump tweet, but it's not. It's the House of Representatives.
It's a Taylor Swift tweet. OMG, the world is ending. The Swifties are coming back to support crypto. On that note, guys, please sign up for our Bitfire link. You can deposit $100 and you get $60. But you think that's the coolest thing in the world, but then you don't realize you get VIP level access too. Yes, that's 2 out of 5, but we're growing just like you're growing. So which means is that if you deposit $5,000, you get a $1,000 bonus. With $1,000, you can actually withdraw your $5,000 if you want and use that free sample they gave you. That's just because they want to be like, okay, this guy's really serious. Let's give him a larger amount because we appreciate that. And that level 2 access gives you 20% discount on your fees. I mean, that's a pretty sick deal, man. I ain't gonna lie. And if you never signed up for Bitfire, this is for new users only. It is simple. It is easy, which is what we like. If you don't believe me, try it. That's not a sales pitch. But it is.
Yes, sir. But hey, you can deposit $5,000. You don't have to deposit it in USDT. You don't have to sell out of your asset in order to do it.
I was going to say too, if they deposit like $1 million, we can probably hook you up, and you just have to reach out to Trent, and we'll talk to Alex over at Bitfire. And if you want to be a big whale, we will personally reach out to their head lead guy for partnerships and like, look, we have this great guy right here. He wants to deposit a large sum, but he wants a better deal. We'll look into that for you. We have us working for you for free. I mean, take advantage of us, right?
Well,
take advantage of me. I've never been taken advantage before in my life.
We can only do this for very high volume traders, or else it doesn't make sense. But yes, we can actually upgrade you to where, let's say 25% of your trading fees are actually going right back to your wallet. So hey.
Also, I'm just pointing out, I'm a tool. You should use it. at your disposal.
Yes, yes.
You want to jump into? Oh yeah, I did. You wanted to talk about what should we be trading this week? I would like to finish up on.
Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it. I was just shooting the shit,
Oh shoot, my shit. Where am I at? Okay, we're gonna add to screen.
By the way, hazy double dry hopped, double hazy IPA from Monkish.
Actually, I don't have Floki saved. I would like Floki. You know what's a really interesting?
This one's called Wonder Kid. I just got a new case for the month.
Oh, jealous. One of these days I'll get some good stuff. You know what's really interesting about Floki pumping, Trent? I added it, so I'm gonna add it into alphabetical order. Floki, did you know they are on base? I mean not base, but BNB now. They used to be on. And John says Serpent Juice. LOL. A second time, John. Second time. Floki used to be on Ethereum. I don't know if you knew they migrated to BNB. Did you know that?
I did not.
And if Floki's pumping and people need BNB, what do you think BNB is about to do?
Yeah. I mean, I just
meme coins, man.
Honestly, I forget that BNB exists most of the time. And I know that's like who
it's
am
because
I?
we're Americans. Like that's the biggest exclusion. Not America.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just like I don't know. To me, it's just like I don't really care about BNB, and I know that. How can I say that? I'm over here, small guy, over here in the corner doing my thing, and like I'm talking trash on BNB, but I don't know. I just don't like it. There's something I don't like about it. I don't know what it is. I
like BNB. Yeah. I just don't use them.
Yeah.
You know, well, we do have an anchor trigger wave on the weekly for Floki, Trent. We do have the VWAP coming in, strength coming in. Stokes is still kind of high, but we're getting a random bottom of the 21. The 5-day, we have trigger wave, VWAP coming up, strength coming in, oversold. DBSI says another green candle next. That's like me thinking links still exist. Links still exist, but just nobody thinks about it. Red wave slightly shrinking. We have anchor trigger wave on Floki. DBSI says we'll continue pumping. 2-day says we'll continue pumping. Momentum wave. Dude, I'm bullish on Floki. Trent, I'm bullish on Floki. Is that okay? Can I say that?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm
Strength's coming up. Stokes are low. VWAP strong going up. We have an anchored trigger wave momentum to the upside. And we haven't even flipped positive yet on the momentum wave. Yeah, I think we're going to keep Floki's and keep pumping. The daily close on Floki is just astronomical bullish. I mean, the momentum waves are crazily, grossly huge. The green dot, we have a green dot playing with it. Strength is shooting up. We're technically oversold, and Stokes are low. Money flow is just coming in. VWAP's going up. It looks beautiful. I can't name another word for it. In fact, the momentum wave is bigger than the previous momentum waves on Floki on the 12-hour. Now, the 4-hour is kind of getting to like an oversold situation, but we're at 66.60, which means we can afford a fake out. Get a little calm down before and let their Stokes reset, and then possibly push again and even harder. So let that sink in with that. And then another one I wanted to go over is Hex, which I don't know why it has a negative right here. I haven't fully understood Hex. I'm not gonna lie. Hex, is this the right Hex? Price is 6.6. This isn't the right Hex. What is this? I don't know. I'm gonna have to relook at Hex. Open up Hex again because
I just saw that comment about Link. Unfortunately, that's kind of true, I guess, but I like Link.
Is Hex unlisted, Trent, on like every exchange?
Yes.
Oh my, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Why can't I find it? Like is this it? I'm trying. Oh, okay. This one seems to be right. I don't. But Hex is unlisted on like every chain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well,
Hex is the black sheep of larger cap cryptos, of somewhat large cap cryptos. You know, is it large cap? Like, I wonder about liquidity.
It's 600 million.
Well, they say that it's actually more than that, but I wonder about liquidity sometimes. Like, I don't know. I just, it's a weird one to me.
Well, what we do have on Hex on the weekly was a lagging death cross indicator that did happen. Now, almost like a double bottom to me. We do have an anchor trigger wave to the upside. Hasn't confirmed. VWAP is coming in. Red wave is shrinking. Strength is coming in, and we're Stokes are high, but they're angling up. The monthly, not enough data to foretell, but the 5-day says that was the bottom. DBSI is printing a higher candle. We do have anchor trigger wave to the upside on the VWAP. The 3-day anchor trigger wave to the upside. VWAP is very strong to the upside. Strength is very strong. Red wave is significantly shrinking. This looks like a pattern reset. And I'm thinking that, and that being said, is that the momentum wave is going to come up and reset at some sort of point, as in like it's performing a whole new cycle wave. The 2-day, we've shot up a significant amount. VWAP is very strong, saying that it's likely that we're going to have another day like this. Strength is coming in. VWAP kind of came down a little bit, but you could say anchor trigger rate, green dot going up. Momentum is way up high. We shot from a 20 to a 42, a negative 25 to a 42. That is crazy. Push on the daily. The 12-hour is looking. It's like it's pumping really hard. You know, like Trent said, if it's crypto week, hey, maybe the SEC does drop the things against Richard Hart. Imagine if they dropped that against Richard Hart. That's what go ballistic. If you look at the red wave on the 12-hour, it's completely gone. We've been in this red wave for realistically since May, and it's gone. It's gone, guys. As of like July. That's pretty incredible. And this, it's 12-hour, but still. -5 to a -4. Momentum waves is 83 to a 70, and we could get a fake out. And it's very possible to get a fake out and then continue going. Strength is just pumping hard. Trent, you know what I just noticed on Hex? We haven't been out of the red wave since back here in May. And what we just did is we broke out of it right here on this trigger wave. The VWAP is significantly up. The red wave is completely at the zero line, which means money flow has been coming in since last month of June. And now we're pumping. Look at the blue momentum waves. This is monster. That's a monster momentum wave. Like, I almost think like some sort of news had to come out. I'm wondering if the crypto week they're gonna drop the news on Richard Hart. That would be crazy. That momentum wave is higher than like anything previously that we've seen in a long while. Momentum wave. So that's if you had to ask me, that's a trend reversal right there. I don't know how else to say that looks like a trend reversal. I don't know what's going on with Hex. I don't follow it. It's up really good today. It's got my attention. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. The 4-hour is very high. Like we just talked, I wouldn't be surprised with the VWAP going as low as it is, but the money flow is still going up. And we might get a little red dot up here. We're at 93.92. Out of 100 for maximum momentum waves. Okay, guys, we're so hot right now. We can definitely afford a fake out. I wouldn't be surprised to drop back down to like 20% even, and then continue going. That's reasonable. People take profits and keep running. It's incredible. Okay, Trent, I've been talking for 56 minutes minus a few chirps from you filling in for your grandma and how awesome I am and your beer. So it's your turn.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna belabor the point
Give you charts
with the charts, but I am going to go hunt for a trade. I'm not gonna spend too long doing it. Either I find one or I don't. That's how we're gonna do this. Okay.
Oh, Turbo's pumping today, Trent. I hold a lot of Turbo. You should
Nice.
look at Quant. Look at Quant for me, please. Quant, and I want you to look at Quant, and the two trades I want you to check out would be Quant and Floki. Maybe Bonk. I forgot to look at Bonk. I should look at Bonk again. I'll look at Bonk later.
All right, let's
So Floki and Quant for me, please.
got you. Okay, so over here looking at Quant on the 1 hour chart. So we got a nice big bullish bounce right here off of the 200 hour moving average, which is great. That's what you want to see. Stochastics are low and MACD is kind of indecisive. On the 4 hour, we have a nice big green 4 hourly candle. It looks like it can close as a bullish engulfing candle if it can keep the momentum up. However, the Stokes are starting to top out. MACD actually looks nice on the 4 hour for Quant. So does the RSI. So we're bouncing off of the 21. You know, this is, hey, above the 200, touching the 21 is what you want to see from a long. See, but those are 2 out of 3 ingredients that I want to see. And I learned this from Crypto Lifer, but there's 2 out of 3 ingredients here that I want to see in order to completely trust a long. That doesn't mean I won't enter, but it means that I wouldn't be surprised if I got stopped out, right? And those ingredients are price is above the 200, which is the red line, touching the 21, which is the white line, with low stochastics, which we don't have. The Stokes are higher up here. So, you know, if we can get those to come down and we're still touching the 21, you know, one way that could happen is that this green candle could actually turn into a little, a small green candle, right? It could come back down to 107.9. Candle could even turn red by coming down to 107.50. It would still be touching the 21, and stochastics could be much lower. So, and I know that you know, that's $1 difference. It's not that big a deal. So you could definitely go in. Right now, you got 2 out of those 3 ingredients working for you already.
What's the larger time frame look like for it?
Daily, on daily, I see a nice inverse head and shoulders. There's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder. Moving averages are curving up.
What's up, Levi? What's crack-a-lackin', man? You're brand new. I haven't seen you around here before. How you doing? How was your 4th?
What is up? And if this is your first time, I just want to say it's a hard grind on YouTube. We put in work. We show up every day. And if you subscribe to the channel, you'll touch T-Square right in his heart. And you'll be joining the most hydrated community on YouTube, the Brew Crew. So that being said, I see a nice inverse head and shoulders here for Quant. And yeah, moving averages are curving up. Stokes are, I wouldn't say that they've reset, but they can kind of come down like this and then move back up. So yeah, daily looks nice, actually. It's above the 200. It's not touching the 21, but it is consolidating above the 21, which is nice. That's beautiful. And it's sitting right on top of the point of control as well. I mean, you can play this one of a few ways. Like, you can you want to be really conservative, you can go long and set a stop on the other side of the point of control at like $105.20 or 105 even. If you want to be, if you're willing to lose a little bit more on the trade, you could set a stop right on the other side of the 21 at like anywhere between 100 and 102, 101.8. So, because you got to think, like, moving averages are curving up. It's got to do a lot of, I mean, not a lot, but it's got to put in some work to stop the curving on the moving averages to fall through the point of control and to get under the 21. But again, if you want to be really conservative, you're going to set a stop at 105.2 right on the other side of the point of control. But
you gotta check Calvin's comment.
yeah, let me see.
Hey
Trent, what price does ADA need to break for its next leg up to 65 cents? Yeah, let's look at it. ADA.
My dog wants to say hi.
We are above the point of control. Sorry, we're above the 21-day moving average. We just reclaimed it. 65 cents. So that's coinciding with the 50 moving average. So we're going to draw a line, a horizontal line of resistance right there at 65.12. Let's call it that. And turn that green just so we can see it. So that's where we want to get, that green line. So the first thing that we have to deal with, support and resistance is king, right? We've got to get above 60.607 because that's our next major horizontal line of resistance. So we got to get above that, which would be a nice confirmed break above the 21, which would show me that we're going to the 50. I mean, let me look at it on the 4-hour.
It's like right in the middle of the two lines.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I think that if we get above the orange line here, the 100,
where's your mouse at?
Sorry, the 100 right here.
Oh,
the 150 EMA or the 150 EMA. If we can get above that if we can stay above it at 58 cents, 0.5886. Okay, then I think that we go to 0.61. Here's the thing. That's the 200 MA, which is critical resistance, right? Like you tried to approach it here, you got rejected. You came up to it right here, you got rejected. Look, on the way down, you tested it several times before you broke it. You
got another request too.
All right, you tested it here and you bounced. You tested it right here and you bounced. So you had 3 bounces before you broke under it. And then let's look at a time where we were trying to get above it. Okay, we started approaching it right here, couldn't do it. Started approaching it right here, couldn't do it. And then got above it on the 3rd try. Right, so if we compare that to what we're looking at now, we have it's running up to the 200 right there, couldn't do it. Running up toward the 200 right there, couldn't do it. Maybe we break it on the 3rd try this time. That would be nice, but I don't know. Stochastics are high.
When did ADA hit its all-time high last cycle? Like, when should we expect it to hit, test history's rise?
Well, it hit its all-time high last cycle in September at $3.10, but that tells me nothing about really it does, because I mean, look, the cycles are not month over month, right? Even with Bitcoin, like, we can't expect it to be perfectly month over month. It never is. Also, with Cardano specifically, its all-time high in 2021 was I do like Aerodrome, Levi. Its all-time high in 2021 in September
I'm not a fan,
coincided.
but it'll probably do good.
It coincided with the Alonzo hard fork, which was the launch of smart contracts. So obviously, hindsight is 2020, no pun intended. Obviously, the all-time high was going to be during the launch of smart contracts. That tells me nothing about this year, But yeah, I think that the real line in the sand, I'm just going to be honest, we have to close a candle above 61 cents. That's the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour chart. And that, like, that's the gateway to the next bump.
What's Cardano's market cap if one Cardano was worth 61,000?
Right now, do you want to quiz me? I'm not looking at it.
No, I want to know what market cap of Cardano is if one Cardano is worth 61,000.
One Cardano is worth 61,000?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I mean, more than the whole internet. Like, I don't know.
You'd have to burn a good portion of supply, probably.
Way more than the market cap of gold. Like, yeah, for real, that'd be insane.
$610, and you have $6,100, then you have 61,000.
Yeah, Levi, I like Aerodrome because it's the DEX on top of the Base ecosystem.
Have you ever used Base, Trent?
No, I've played with it on the Coinbase wallet.
They should just delete themselves off the internet. Not financial advice.
But Coinbase.
But Coinbase. You know what's really interesting, Trent? Before you got on, John 316 said we saved him because that's what we do on the channel. He asked us back over here if he should buy into Zeta chain. It's a Beck chain. And I don't know if you remember, but we were like, dude, it's probably coming back down here just based off our TA. Look where it's at right now.
Yeah.
We literally saved John from buying and almost losing 50% of his money just based off that wick. Now, that wick might be the bottom, but it might also come down here. It could come down here. This is where I started looking at DCA, down here at 2.3, because at that much lower, you might go down a little lower to like 19 or 18. But imagine if he bought up in this range, right where he drew this yellow line when he first originally asked. This is where we have this little yellow line board. And we literally, we saved that guy, and now we're getting signals of a possible bottom off this double green dot we have right here on the bottom, this red momentum wave. To me, this doesn't look like rounded bottom. It looks like it could be getting close. This wick could have been the bottom, and then we just round out right here, and then we start working our way up. I'm trying to say, like, with my
yeah,
like we start getting like the rounded bottom, and then we start kind of doing that type of deal. But the red wave right here looks like it wants to keep going just ever so slightly. But I mean, we literally told them a long time ago, like on the weekly, like, dude, it shot straight up, and people are like, "It's going to the moon." I was like, guys, stay away, Zebek. And John asked us about it, and we helped him out, man. And it probably came down here, and realistically, it will probably come. I could see it start looking to bounce off around 16. That's where I'm looking to entrance. If you look at the weekly, it's still. There's no sign of anything coming up. The blue momentum wave is still coming down. Strength's coming down still. The VWAP is kind of curved over, but still below the zero line.
Yes.
I also have Arrow pulled up if you want me to go over real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
While I'm on the move. We also read an interesting article where Toncoin, they offered citizenship if you stake 100,000 Toncoin, and then you pay a $35,000 fee to the government, and they give you citizenship for the UAE. But it turns out CEZ called them out and says, well, I don't see anything about this being true. So a little feud there. Aerodrome, I would think, could be still on a coming down trend. Still be. We're in the first stage where I'll be like, well, this could be a DCA with the VWAP. Not VWAP. The VWAP is below the zero line. The red wave is below. It looks like it's still been growing, and it doesn't show a rounded tip yet. So which is kind of what we're looking for. And if you really stretch it out, you kind of get that round tip, but it's not quite there yet. You know, basic candles, the daily says likely for at least another red day. The 2-day also shows the more clarity, and we can clearly see there was bearish divergence right here. And we have a red dot going to the downside, and the anchor trigger rate going to the downside. The momentum still is resetting, and the VWAP is still coming down. Now, what's really interesting is the red wave was shrinking, which shows that there was a lot of interaction on the network. We haven't came green yet, so the question is, are we gonna expand that red wave and continue down, or is it gonna plateau right here and start working its way back up with the VWAP on the 2-day? The 3-day still shows continuation. There's no real whole point to you go much farther because we start losing that forte with how long aerodromes existed. But we do on the 5-day, as part of the last one, I would even show some sort of negative effect where we have a red dot going to the downside, VWAP just breaking below. I would say definitely there's a break happening. I'm Trent, you've heard me multiple times. I said I'm not a fan of Aerodrome, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Multiple times. And my reasoning behind it is you don't need Aero to interact with the base network. So my point was, why the hell would I buy Aero? What is the benefit to me? I mean, there might become something. Well, it's like, hey, I could stake and get a good yield on my Aero. I have not seen that. I would love to be proven wrong. I hope everybody in Aero, nothing but upside momentum. And going back to the 5-day, this very well could be a fake out. Okay, I could very well be wrong. We get the 4-5 and get the green. We could get the 4-5 red, come down right here, and then this thing just rockets up. I'm just saying that I haven't been a fan of it, but maybe something down here turns me into a fan of it. Okay, and so that's just all I want to say on that. Now, on the short-term price action with Arrow, hey, buddy, with my dog, that's hers. The 12-hour, we are starting to roll over in the 12-hour. The blue momentum wave is starting to curve. It hasn't yet. And the VWAP is coming up, and the green is still above the zero line, which is saying we're not quite done yet, okay? We're going to jump to a real short-term. If you want to get into, like, a trade, if you wanted to look into, like, right now, and you wanted to trade in the next 4 or 5 hours and get out, which I wouldn't recommend, we have a triple bottom on the 1 hour. We have bulls are gaining ground. Looks like bulls are gaining possibly more ground. So, but we do have this needs to become green dot. The VWAP is still coming down. I would say keep an eye on it. Okay, if I was going to go into a trade right here, I would probably long it, but I would say that I'm not guaranteed because I'm trading a red dot, so I'm trading against the trend. But it's not confirmed yet. But if I was watching zigzag, my guess would be it would be a zag before a zigs, you know. But maybe I could be wrong. Maybe this is the breakdown to the next leg down, and then you have your stop loss to save yourself from a potential loss. So that is what I'm saying. And I'm trading against the trend. The DBSI is saying we'll probably get another red candle. This red dot says we're getting a red candle. I would say, well, maybe we're going up, which looks like the momentum was going up. Okay, but the VWAP is going down, the strength is coming down. The Stokes are low. I don't know what I don't know. Airdrop's not the prettiest chart on the 1 hour. How's that? Red dot looks like, on the 4 hour, looks like it could break deeper into the red. If it closes the next 3 hours on the 1 hour, you know, it doesn't look super great. But maybe it sends a new around the bottom. But we'll have to wait and see, right, Trent?
Yeah.
Wick down hard, not quite as far, maybe a little farther. I don't know. The trick is don't aim for the bottom. Aim for find a chart that you like and then trade that. This doesn't seem to me. It seems like it's been dumping, and you're trying to catch a bottom, try to catch a falling knife. On that note,
Yes, sir.
taking over to you, Trent.
Well, I think we're almost getting to that time. What do you think?
I'm thinking I'm popping another beer, and I'm listening to you, and whatever you decide, whatever you decide.
Viewership looks like we could we could call it, but I do want to say again, if you're on here with us for the first time, we would really appreciate a sub to the channel.
Grow, baby.
Growing. But yeah,
we're growers, not showers.
I'm looking at guys, everything that I'm looking at, stochastics are high on the 4 hour. Okay, so I don't think I'm on the screen. Let me oh yeah, I am.
You are. I got you.
Thank you. So here's Solana. Stokes are high on the 4 hour.
Says Arrow looks ready. Dude, it doesn't look ready though. That's the problem. It could be ready.
Yeah.
But there's no indication saying that we've bottomed. That's the problem. We have double green dots, but there's more than one time with the blue momentum where we get another set of double green dots. I mean, Ben himself likes to trade. There's not even bullish divergence on it yet, Levi.
Yeah, right. I hear you. You look at Solana right here, it's high on Stokes are high on the 4 hour. You look at XRP, Stokes are high on the 4 hour. ADA, Stokes are high on the 4 hour. Bitcoin,
Levi, do you
high on the 4 hour.
Why? So you sound like somebody who invests into Arrow. I don't own any. Why should I buy Arrow versus something else if you are able to engage me in some insight?
Well, I mean, I could make some argument for him. Like, look, it is the center unless something else comes along. It is the epicenter of DEX trading on the base network. I know that you don't need Arrow to interact with Base. You can do it on the Coinbase wallet. I get it. But actually, when you swap on the Coinbase wallet, it's powered by Aerodrome, is it not? So I'm just interested in the trade opportunity for the most part. I get it. Look, I mean, the logic that you're using, correct me if I'm wrong, is you have newer generation coins that pumped in 2024, and now they're at a massive discount, and you're looking to ride that back up.
Also, if you're looking at trade, Levi, Trent?
Yeah.
I was going to say bid by link.
Oh, yeah. If you're looking to trade, hey, with our, where is it at? Profile, and share this tab instead. If you're looking to trade, consider doing it with our link, because if you deposit 5,000 worth of assets, you don't have to, sell those assets off for Tether. You just deposit $5,000 worth of whatever you have, and you get $1,000 bonus into your bonus wallet. Then you can simply just withdraw that bonus off the platform and trade with that free $1,000 bonus that they give you. So, I'm really not even supposed to tell you that, because it's better for us if you leave all of it on and trade with it, right? But I'm just being honest. If you want an easy free come up, then do it that way. So
Grok says
link in the description, by the way.
Grok says you should trade Arrow because the benefit is to get a vote in the census, or not census, but community vote on the amount you own. And then it also says in the bullishness, it also just shows bearish news. It's compatible with DeFi, Velodrome, and then it says regulatory and security risk. Aerodrome team is not obligated to disclose material information, leaving investors with limited recourse of project underperforms. Regulatory changes could impact Arrow's value.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do your own research. So
Yeah.
there wasn't a whole lot of the reasons why I didn't outweigh the reasons why I shouldn't.
Right. Well,
if you try to catch the bottom and get a good trade, you could be right, Levi. That could have been a bottom. I just haven't seen enough information to tell me that, and I've seen a lot of information say that it might not be.
The logic, again, for the most part, is that you have new generation coins that pumped in 2024 at a major discount right now, and you're looking to ride them back up. I agree with the logic, especially because if you take $5,000 and you spread those out across 5, new generation coins, put it on 2x leverage, and you're looking to ride Aerodrome, Hyperliquid. What are some newer coins? Aerodrome, Hyperliquid, the AI one, Tau.
That's why I look at is Tau new? I didn't think Tau was that new. That's why I usually have the top 100 over here, Trent, is that I like to look at possible trades because it tells me kind of like what's pumping, what hasn't pumped. And like we said, guys, with the monthly chart, we really talked about it. And we're watching more green bubbles every single month come
Objective
around.
Is another one.
Is the mumbles. The bubbles are really interesting, guys, because you could say, well, I missed this. Well, Bonk wasn't green last time, okay? Uniswap is just becoming green. Farcoin, I don't remember what it was, but Aave sure wasn't. XRP is just getting there. We use this to gauge what gives you the best possible return versus rewards. I mean, it's like everything from where we were at last week shows that everything's been pumping. So you kind of can find what Zcash is one of the lowest ones. CurveDAO is one of the lowest ones. Why? IP could be one of the lowest ones. Picoin could be one of the lowest ones. Are those at the bottom? And are we going to start seeing the potential gains coming? Floki for sure was hard red. It pumped 25%. I'm looking at Floki. We talked about this, like a freaking week ago. It was down here. A week ago, it was technically down here. You'd be up over 20% on your trade. So use these tools that you have at your advantage to try to target coins. Don't be like, oh, well, I wish I was insane. Now I'm going to go buy it when it's up 50%. Or Payoneer was up 60%, Now green, don't look into getting into. But check out the reds. If you really want to chase a green one, I would look at something like WIF up 5.8%. And then you have Bonk pumping. Why? If Bonk pump, what's the odds of WIF going to be pumping next week? Floki's pumping. What's the odds of Floki going to be pumping next week? Pepe down 10%. What's the odds of Pepe doing what those other two did and jump up this next week? I would say it's pretty effing good.
Yeah.
Not financial advice, but I'm just saying this is a tool. Check it out, right, Trent?
Yeah. Well,
what is Pepe doing? Trigger wave on the daily. Trigger wave, anchor, trigger wave. UOP coming in, strength coming in. Guys, I'm just telling you that I could be wrong, but I could be right. Is this going to be a beast? Oh, I'm sorry, Trent. I interrupted you, Trent.
No.
My rudeness. Guys, set up a bit because Trent would love it.
The green frog in the chat. Remember when Ben was the frog king?
No, I never remember this. Was he the frog king for like one episode?
Yeah, no, you're right. It was like a week.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. It was like a week while it was pumping, and then he was off of it.
Check out this picture I have of Ben. I'm just kidding. I just want to get Trent in PTSD.
Yeah, well, I don't know. My point right now is I do have to say something that I'm seeing right now. Here's the channel I was drawing.
Hey, what's up, Robert?
Hey, what up? Hey, Rob, I just got a new case of monkish, and you're right down the street. So, what'd it do?
I would come and visit you, Rob, if you didn't live about 21 hours away with traffic lights. Not agreeing with me. And Priuses. Damn those Priuses. I hope we don't own one.
But I do have to point this out.
Rob, on my way.
I do have to point this out here. Like, look at this channel that we drew. Okay, this is on the daily. And look, if we're going to bing and bong through the channel,
Whoa,
I mean,
what'd you say?
If we're gonna bing and bong through the channel,
that's not hyper.
Did I subconsciously? That's what's his name?
Frankie Candles.
Frankie Candle.
You're binging and bonging.
Hey, that was tucked away in my subconscious somewhere.
Hey, Frankie has good TA. Nothing but love for Frankie.
Yeah. You know, if we're gonna bing and bong through this channel, then we're gonna do it right here off of this resistance. So I don't know, until we get above 109.5 or so, then we might be bound by this channel. But what we saw in the weekly candle does suggest that within the next week we could do that. But it could take all week to get there. We have to remember that, because why would we be surprised if these candles between now and like Thursday or whatever found their way back to the 21 MA right here at 106.4? Why would that be surprising?
Why would it not be surprising?
Yeah, I mean,
that looks like, to me, it's about a freaking break to freak out.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say it bounced it off it. Yeah, it could, but it's hit it 3 times, Trent. 3. That's unnormal from the past.
I mean,
like it breaks off and bounced off, but it bounced off, didn't break down.
Right. I'm just saying it could take all week to get above it. It could.
What time frame are you on? I can't see.
The daily.
All week? You think it could take all? No way. You think so?
It
I mean,
could.
7 more candles.
It could. I'm not saying it will, but look at the 4 hour.
Yeah, but look at the VWAP on the MACD. I mean, the MACD.
Yeah, it's starting the initial signs.
But that doesn't look like it's a bounce off. I mean,
Well,
I could be wrong. I don't use.
Look, we whipped up to it, and we're starting a big red candle on the 4 hour. I mean, look, I'm not saying.
Levi, I will bet Trent a beer that Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high this week.
Well, I think that it's going to hit a new all-time high this week as well.
I bet Trent that it'll hit a new all-time high first, and it's going to go higher than whatever number he's thinking it's going to go.
I mean, you could be right. I just got to see this break first. Until I see it.
Are you on Bitcoin?
Huh?
I'm trying to read what you're on. Are you on Bitcoin or ETH? I can't read it. The on the upper right hand corner, it kind of blurs out a little bit.
I love the background music, so surfing.
Oh, I probably should change the background music. Hey, you know what? We did create it, okay? It was custom made.
Yeah.
From my wife.
Yeah. Put a +1 in the chat for Sarah if you like beats that are not just preloaded to StreamYard.
John disappears for a half hour. Or an hour. And the same music is still playing.
Look, all I'm saying is that I need to see this break. That's all.
Hey, did you know John drives to California all the time, Trent, and he never wants to stop by and say hi to you?
Oh, does he really? Hey,
he's Canadian.
But those truck drivers are like, they're flying. They got places to be.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and John knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
you have a dash cam, John?
I mean, look, we can have support
I'm
here
not
at the
talking
at the 21. That's
Do you have a
fine.
CB radio? Sorry.
Oh, of course he does.
I don't know. I don't. They took them all out of our trucks. This new series.
Yeah. I mean, look at it here on the 1 hour. Like, you know, we got up to that channel and we
circled the MACD.
We dropped right back to the 21. Well, look at speaking of the MACD, look at it on the 1 hour. It could cross.
Looks like an
There.
inverted G.
So I don't know. Look, I'm not saying we're super bearish, but like, how big of a deal is $1,000 move down? I mean, it's not a big deal, really.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna move down, Trent. And you know my theory behind it is there's no liquidations. $1,000 down. They're at 107. 100. Our first one would be 107,600, and we have a little bit more at 107.
About $1,000.
Yeah, but we're not gonna drop to one. We're not at $1,000. We're at like 109. I thought Bitcoin's not below 108. Oh, it is at 108. Frick.
Yeah. Well,
I'm glad we closed when we did. We've been talking so long. We had a red candle on the 1 hour.
I mean, well, we've had yeah. I will say, I don't think that we lose the 200 on the 1 hour. So, unless we wick below it. So, I don't know. Maybe we don't lose the 21 either. If that's the case, I mean, if we bounce off of the 21, I'll retract my statement and say that we're hitting all-time highs midweek.
I want you to eat your Cardano hat.
You know, look, if we bounce off of this right here, this 21 on the 1 hour, and if we bounce off of the 21 on the 4 hour, then yeah, I'll retract my statement and I'll say we're hitting all-time highs midweek. If not, I think it may take the whole weekly candle to play out.
Or tomorrow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that being said,
Are so Chinese to me.
I think, you know, John, we should do a whole show dedicated to
Chinese.
To Chinese. Yeah, we should do a whole show dedicated to just what are we looking at right here, because it's not that hard. There's like five, you know, I have 5 indicators on the screen plus the candles themselves. There's basically 6 things I'm looking at.
And did you know Market Cipher? Trent, do you know how CryptoFace came up with Market Cipher?
Huh.
I watched this whole interview on it, and it still went way above my head. But he said that he didn't. This is before he became famous, obviously, right?
Mhm.
And he was all like, he said he had multiple screens looking at indicators, and it was flashing in between each one, like, you know, Stokes, MACD, but he had multiple accounts for TradingView. And he was getting pissed because he had to look for each screen. He was flashing like 5 indicators on because he was trying to be cheap and not have to pay for them all. And so he had multiple accounts logging in. And then he said one day he was like, dude, I'm tired of this. And that he learned PineScript and he coded all of his indicators he was using into one indicator. I think he said in the interview he had like 20 of them. And I don't know which 20 he had because I mean, like, well, you got the MACD, the Stokes, and the stochastics or whatever, and the moving averages or whatever. But I was like, that is determination to have 20.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's an exaggeration or not, just to have 12 or 8 different things all trying to coincide before you made a trade is pretty wild.
Yeah. Well,
wait, no, we're not ending. I caught that. I knew you were saying. I was gonna say one more thing.
Yes. Oh, what are we drinking? Levi, I've got a Wonder Kid.
Sure. Yeah, there you go.
It's a double dry hopped, double hazy IPA from Monkish Brewing Company in Anaheim, California, coming in at 8.5%.
I beat you.
He's a serpent juice.
Mine Mine, Levi, is Imperial Squash Juicy IPA. It's coming in at 9%.
Okay.
I actually beat Trent. You can see right there, 9%. And if you guys ever get us to 100 likes, I will tell you my Sasquatch story. I saw him in real life, man, when I was a kid. And out in Washington State, Joe Rogan said the most realistic, believable story ever of a Sasquatch sighting happened in Washington State. So I'm telling you, we do got it. But Trent,
Yes.
on this chart, what do you notice? You won't notice it probably. I won't.
Well, you have the bubbles up right now.
Correct. What do you notice?
What do I notice?
Yeah.
ADA down 10%.
No, I don't care about ADA. I was going to say, if you look closely at the green bubbles, remember how I talked about I would steer away from the green bubbles and aim for the darker reds for the more opportunity to try to hone in on the one I thought would be the best serve, which actually curve actually looks okay. But we were talking about Arrow. Arrow's up 40% for the month.
Yeah.
So it had a really good month. So that's something to take in, Levi, if you're looking to trade, is you're trying to trade something that's already green and been coming down.
Yeah.
Now, you could catch a move on it. I'm not saying you're not, but I'm saying the likelihood of it having more downside could be there. Well, as you find something that's red that is more closely to a bottom, you might get more gains out of it. You're right. Ben is your friend, but it's very heavily in the green for the month.
Yeah.
Now, it depends if you want to do a short-term or a long-term trade as well, because we could say, well, the month is deeply in the red. Well, we can head over the week, and then you got Arrow down heavily, which it would be indicate just automatically in my brain there'd be a fake out to the upside, which there might be a trade there.
Trend is your friend, but there's also such a thing as being overbought. And if it only takes a 10% correction to liquidate you because you're on 10x leverage, I mean, trend is your friend if you're like DCAing on spot. You know what I mean? Like, trend is your friend if you're if you haven't already ran away from the 21 moving average on your time frame. So,
Well, it's interesting too, because you got the monthly and then you got the weekly. So I'm going to use Say for example. So Say is 11% down, pretty red for the week, right? For the month, it's at 43%. I would say you might get a fake up with Say, and then drop more down. That's just what I would guess. I would say, it trended up, but now it probably peaked temporarily till we get the next leg, and now it's trending down. It looks like the weekly it's a downtrend versus an uptrend on the monthly.
Yeah, John said Trent is my friend.
Trent is my friend.
You're yes, and you're your brother in Christ.
Yeah. We'll see each other one day, John. We'll see who has the higher floor in heaven. I'm just
Is that how that works?
No. I have no idea how it works, to be honest with you. I'm a sinner. I try to do my best every day, and that's it, man. That's real to it. We're all humans deep down, and we all want to serve. Well, me, you, John. We all want to serve the kingdom. John, do you ever pray when you're on the road? I pray all the time. I love praying when I'm driving through neighborhoods, especially for those houses. This is one house I drive through, and they literally have a crow hanging from fishing wire above the door. I don't know if they do it to keep other crows away, but it feels weird when I drive by.
Yes.
John says the serpent juice is kicking in. LOL.
It's been a few days since I've had something like 8%. Well, that's not true. On the floor.
John, this might be the serpent juice talking. What is your favorite meal? What would you crave if you could have one last dinner on this planet before you met the good old Lord himself? What would you be like? This is what I want.
smoked brisket.
That sounds very desert of you.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put that. Very deserty.
I mean, Texas brisket. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Antonio, they love them brisket. I would do something more like steak and eggs with some shrimp and an omelet and some s'mores and a glass of orange juice and 2 beers and some olive oil and some spice seasoning for the steak. And I would probably go with some sauteed mushrooms and Worcestershire sauce. And then I would probably go with some lemons peeled, but just the skins, not like the fill on the inside. And then I would go with a couple. I'm just kidding, Trent. YU steak. John would go for a YU steak.
Yeah, that's true.
Trent, we've been on here for 1 hour and 42 minutes. Guys, on that note, we don't want Trent to respond because he's going to one-up me on the Last Supper. And so on that note, guys, we're going to end the show. Thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoy doing this, and we enjoy being part of the community that you guys have created. And it's just a blast, man. And I can't wait to see the future where we're going to go. I'm leaning green tomorrow, which is weird because we had a back-to-back green day. I would love to be proven right because that's the best way to be proven. And you guys have a great night. Take care. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Me and Trent will be on tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Northwestern time. We're going to talk about the daily close, the 2-day close, and you guys are going to enjoy another episode with us. So thank you so much.
Grab yourself a cup of serpent juice. Peace.
Serpent juice. That's right. Just kidding.